Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about why it's not actually good news for renters if landlords quit the market in droves. Now, we've been talking about the demise of landlords and the stress and the extra costs that landlords have had over the last few years on the channel for a while. And every time I put a video out like that, invariably lots of tenants will watch that. And their opinions normally are that, good, get rid of the landlords. We don't want them. They're scum. They're terrible people and stuff like that. Well, I want you to watch this video if you're a landlord, but also if you're a tenant as well, because I really want to give you both sides of the story. And so you can really understand what's happening in the market and what it means for everybody. Now, Labour are obviously in power now, but this stuff started under the Conservatives. The landlord bashing started under the Conservatives quite a while ago. One of the worst things that happened to landlords was a rule called Section 24. That meant that you got taxed on your gross rental income, whereas a normal business would be able to expense stuff and all of this kind of stuff. And it made it so it wasn't cost effective for landlords. And in the first few years of that happening, landlords, 30% of them have quit. So why might this not be great if landlords quit? Because invariably those properties will go back to the market and a homeowner will buy them. Well, let's have a look at that in this video. Before we jump into this, as always, if you haven't done already, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. I've got new content on the property market every day. And while you're here, whether you're a tenant or a landlord, smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button, because that really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So let's just say all the landlords quit. 30% already did. 50% that are left are saying they might quit. And they really want to see the impact of the budget on their property business. So let's just say landlords quit. There are always going to be people that need to rent or want to rent. Maybe they just need a property short term. Maybe they've got a bad credit rating and they can't get they can't get a mortgage, or maybe they just don't have a deposit. And so they want to rent for that reason as well. Some people also rent because they just like the fact that they don't have to worry about the maintenance of the property. So if all the landlords go, what you're going to end up with is something that's happened in America a lot, and that's these big corporate landlords come in and they buy up huge amounts of properties, or they build. Now, often when I make any videos, people will say, the World Economic Forum stance, you will own nothing and be happy. I've made a video on that if you want to see that. Go and search on the channel videos WEF and you can see all about that. Now, in America, the corporate landlords have come up and they bought big trailer parks. So they bought all the trailer park properties. They've also bought huge blocks of flats. And the tenants initially thought, well, this is great. Everything's going to get maintained and be organised. But it isn't. And what happened was, on average, rents were increased 25%. You see, these corporate landlords have shareholders that put pressure on them to increase their profits every single month. Also, there'll also be big corporates that potentially might buy properties and just not rent them out for a while. They'll just sit empty and then they'll decide what they want to do with that sort of stuff. So corporate landlords are coming into the UK now. They are building big blocks. I don't think that they're going to buy the single units. So I don't think they're going to buy one house in Doncaster and one house in Brighton. I think they want to buy a whole block of flats or build an estate of houses. They're doing something called build to rent. That already exists. If you go and have a look at one of those schemes, the rents are significantly higher. What's next is if landlords quit, then you'll also have increased amounts of people that need properties. Right now, there are 21 people per property going for a property at the moment. However, I've got content on this channel. If you watch all my videos and you read the comments, you can say that you've seen this as well. Some estate agents are saying they're getting 100 applications or 200 applications per rental property, especially in places like London. So if you get rid of landlords, you're going to have less stock, less supply. You're going to have the same amount of people that need to rent, including immigrants, including people that are living longer in this country. And that's going to carry on. But then maybe you'll go for a property in the future and you've got the money, you've got a good credit rating, but 100 other people are also going for that property. It means it's going to be very, very difficult in order for you to find a property. That's not great. So we don't want to get to a stage where you get 100 or 200 people applying for a property. That's bad for tenants. Next, these bigger landlords have slow maintenance. Now, that's not good either. With all of my properties, my tenants have my number. They can call me if there's a problem. Now, I have estate agents that manage it. So obviously, I'd rather they try the estate agent first. But if it's something major, let's just say the boiler breaks on a weekend and the estate agent isn't around or slow, they can all get in contact with me. And often they've done that, right? They've often done that. If there's been a storm and the roof has leaked, then I'm the one that's going to need to call the insurance company and get that resolved quickly for them, or get a local contractor out to them fast. I can react really, really fast. An example, the other day, I have a property with a flat roof. There was a leak on that flat roof during a storm, so I got underneath that flat roof. It caused some water ingress into the property, and we had a roof around in an hour, within 1 hour. A big company, you're not going to get that. So you won't get that kind of service with a landlord. Now, not all landlords are good. Of course they're not. Some never fix mold, some never fix issues. And those landlords, obviously, we want to get rid of them out of the market. But what is being done towards them is a bill called the Renters' Rights Bill. We already, as landlords, we can get fined if we don't do stuff. The Renters' Rights Bill takes that to the next level. And so that's a smarter thing. You actually don't want less landlords. Yeah, of course you want to hold landlords accountable, and that Renters' Rights Bill will do that. And the last thing is that we're seeing this. This is already happening. 30% of landlords have quit, as I've said multiple times in this video. 30%. But what's also happened is huge rent rises have happened because of that. And they're expected to carry on next year. Inflation is down, maybe even getting close to 1%. It's at 1.7 at the moment. But rents are going up at more than 10%. And that's your biggest bill. The reason it's going up is because landlord costs are going up, because Labour is putting tax, or we're getting higher interest rates, tax on the gross income. There's lots of stuff happening to us. The stamp duty's just gone up significantly. And so really what we want to happen as a tenant and as a landlord is just a calm market. No new really radical policies from the government. And that will calm the market down. You also want to encourage more landlords to come into the market. What's just happened is stamp duty has gone from 3% as a surcharge to 5%. And if you watch and read the comments on this channel, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of landlords have said, I'm just not going to buy anymore. So that's going to have less rental stock. I don't know what the solution is. Well, the solution is to build more properties. The solution is to not bash the landlords, support the good ones, bash the bad ones, and then that would work for the renters and the landlords. Let me know your thoughts, questions and opinions in the comments. Keep it nice and kind. Do smash the like button. Share this video with somebody, and do check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.